Hey, welcome to our episode of His and Her Gen X podcast with me, Chad, and...
Me, Cristina.
Alright, so it was my pick this week, but I screwed up, because when we started the show, we said our cutoff was the 20th century, well, technically, this movie is from the 20th century if you consider the year 2000 part of the 20th century, because technically it would start on 2001.
Oh, I thought this movie was from 99. It's from 2000.
I always thought it was 1999, too. It was...
Oh, you cheated.
I went over the deadline by like 100 days. This is from March 31st, 1999.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's probably like 90 days into the new millennium. But anyway, the movie is High Fidelity with John Cusack.
And Jack Black.
Yeah, well, he's a pretty supporting character on this one.
Yeah.
I saw this in the theaters at least once, maybe multiple times. Yeah, I remember loving it at the time. Like, it reminded me a lot of Kevin Smith's movies.
I could see that.
Yeah, this definitely, like, if somebody told you this was a Kevin Smith movie, you could probably buy that. It was actually based on a novel, because like the original, like the book, it takes place in London, and they moved it to Chicago because I guess John Cusack was a huge fan of the book, and I guess he's from Chicago, and so this was a lot of like his project. So he had to get Nick Hornby, the author, he had to get his permission and his blessing to be like, hey, we want to set it in Chicago instead of London.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I asked you at one point, I'm like, what city is this set in? Because it just seemed like an American city.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell it's a big city.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, like when I was in the Navy, like boot camp and then the first school I went to after boot camp is like not even an hour north of Chicago. So I used to go down to Chicago on the weekends a lot. So, I mean, I'm not like super, super familiar with the city, but it's like I've been there. And then when I saw this movie, it's funny because I saw this movie before I went in the Navy. And then when I was up there, I was like, oh, we got to watch High Fidelity.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it's a very Chicago movie. It's like, I mean, it definitely doesn't have a John Hughes feel. It's like John Hughes is more like Chicago suburbs, and this is the city.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say this is a John Hughes movie at all. I don't remember how or when I saw it, but I remember thinking, how cool would it be to own a record store or a music store?
Yeah.
Even though he's miserable. I love, I don't know, just like old record stores, like the smell of them and the feel of them, and I just miss that sometimes.
I know. This movie definitely reminds me of like so much stuff from back north, like old buildings. Like we have like nothing old in Florida, Like even like his apartment, it looks like it's so lived in.
Oh,
like,
I loved his apartment.
Yeah, and like especially the record store and his apartment, just like stickers, band signs everywhere. It looks like so many apartments that from up north, just these old buildings.
Yeah.
It's not drywall, and it's like even like the windows have like like artistic fashion to them. It's not just cookie cutter like it is down here.
Yeah, it's got kind of a hipster vibe, like you said, with the stickers and just the feel of it. So, did you ever you saw that movie Singles by, is it Cameron Crowe?
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time though.
It has kind of that
awesome
grungy.
Soundtrack.
We should watch it. Yeah, the soundtrack's amazing, but it has like a grungy kind of feel to it, like that. Not the same movie, but just the feel of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because this movie has like a music rock theme to it, obviously. But one thing that kind of I think disappointed both of us is like the actual soundtrack was kind of lame. There was a lot of old songs.
I didn't recognize a lot of the soundtrack, and it's funny when I looked up reviews, people or critics were praising the soundtrack.
It's like a lot of old music, like there's like Bob Dylan.
Oh,
there's a lot of like obscure punk rock.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like inside stuff where if you were a hipster. But yeah, a lot of it I didn't recognize, which I feel like I remember it being a better soundtrack. But people like the soundtrack. Yeah,
because like John Cusack's character and like Barry and Dick, like they have, it's Jack Black. So I mean, like they all have like a punk rock sentimentality, and like he actually produces these two punk rock skater kids record at one point.
Yeah.
But it's like the soundtrack's like Bob Dylan, Beta. Remember Belle and Sebastian at the beginning, where Dick's playing like this super. He's like Jack Black walks in, and he's like, "Oh, play some sad bastard music for all I care,"
Yeah. Like who I shouldn't say this, but who listened to Belle and Sebastian?
I know. I've never.
I'm gonna get flamed for that.
I always thought that was like. I thought it was
I never did because I didn't think anybody actually liked it.
I thought it was a fake band until like a few years ago. I was like, that's a real band. Okay.
Yeah, because there was a cartoon in the '80s called Belle and Sebastian. It was about a girl and a dog. So yeah, I used to think it was a fake band too.
Well, Belle and Sebastian is Beauty and the Beast. That's
Oh.
what. Yeah, Sebastian was the Beast. That's
His name is Sebastian?
Yeah, I thought everybody knew that.
I didn't know the Beast was named Sebastian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and also like it ends on a Stevie Wonder song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just funny because like they kind of like at one point Jack Black. There's that funny scene where the guy's like, "Do you have I just called to say I love you," and Jack Black's like, "Go to the mall." And it's just like he's just being a total snob.
Yeah,
So
they're
it's like
so snobby.
the movie's like making fun of Stevie Wonder, but then they kind of make up at the end is they use a Stevie Wonder song for the end credits.
How old do you think these guys were supposed to be? Were they in their 30s?
Yeah, they were definitely like early 30s.
So
Yeah.
I don't even know if they were considered Gen X. They might have been like young boomers, right?
Yeah, they're like in that weird Seinfeld generation
Yeah.
where like they're definitely not boomers, but they seem older. They seem too old to be Gen X. So
Yeah. So that could be why it was a little hard to relate to the music just
actually, I
for
can
that
tell you
alone.
right now, John Cusack. What was his birthday?
Yeah, because John Cusack in that movie just seemed. I honestly don't.
1966. So yeah,
Oh,
he
was 33.
he's 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
So
okay.
he's technically Gen X, but
Yeah.
he's that elderly Gen X or geriatric Gen X, whatever.
Geriatric Gen X.
Yeah.
So that could be where the music discrepancy is. How old is Jack Black? 1969.
Yeah, so he's slightly younger.
So he was.
He got old quick.
He sure did.
He has this like caveman beard now.
Yeah, he looks like a goblin that lives in under a bridge.
Yeah, he looks like a Harry Potter character.
Yeah.
Without makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, getting back to the movie, like I said, I remember seeing this in theaters, and I just remember loving like the little details in the movie. And I also loved the fact that he breaks the fourth wall and he just talks to the camera like Ferris Bueller, because I feel like so few movies do that.
That's what reminded me of Singles, because they do that too.
Really?
Must have been a popular style of
I don't
filmmaking in the
know.
90s. Yeah, they do.
I don't remember that part.
They do. But who are they talking to? There's nobody there. But he does talk.
Yeah, it's
to the
kind of like,
camera.
like Ferris Bueller, where he just talks right. I love that, Mm-hmm. None of Kevin Smith's movies did that, but it's like the nuance, the detail, where he's talking about like, I used to imagine to be surrounded by women's underwear, and then you realize that I only wear their good ones for the night they know they're going to sleep with somebody.
Yeah, and I was like, that's accurate.
Yeah. There's lots of little things in there. Just those little like there's so many moments, and I guess you could call them jokes, but just moments that like they add nothing to the plot, but they're just interesting and funny. Where remember he's like walking out the movies and he says John Dillinger was shot behind this theater. He's like, he just wanted to go to the movies, and it's like that has nothing to do with the story, but it's great,
They just insert little absurd things in there.
Yeah, and I love the beginning where he's just like, people worry about kids watching violent videos and violent video games. He's like, but nobody ever considers the literally thousands of songs kids consume about heartbreak, misery, loneliness.
Yeah, what do you think about that main character, Rob? The central character.
I always thought he was pretty cool, but watching it now, like he's definitely an extremely flawed character.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird because he seems to be like such like a hound dog, and he doesn't realize it because like he doesn't have like that chauvinist macho like he's not like Joey on Friends, how like Joey's like the total pussy crusher, just like he can just get any girl he wants, like those type, like a Vince Vaughn type of character.
Yeah.
John, like his character Rob, he doesn't come off like that, but it's like he's always cutting back to former girlfriends. Like he seems to be a serial monogamous.
Yeah,
but
he
then,
dates a lot.
Yeah, and he's talking about like he has like Catherine Zeta-Jones, Lily Taylor, that blonde girl that was in American Pie 2, Joelle something.
Yeah, I have Allison, Penny, Charlie,
Oh, yeah.
Sarah, and Laura. Who did Catherine Zeta-Jones play?
Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, she cheated on him.
Yeah, but it's like everybody, he seems to all the characters in this movie seem to cheat on each other. but it doesn't. Which is weird because usually when that happens, like it gives a movie like a very soap opera-y vibe.
Yeah.
Or like just overly melodramatic.
Mm-hmm.
Like it never really comes like they kind of play all the infidelity in this movie like very sitcom-y, very they take it very lightly. Like I mean, if you actually break down John Cusack's character, like he's like almost like a borderline sex addict. Because like at one point he's like this close to getting reunited with his ex-girlfriend, and then he goes out and hooks up with Maria. What's her name?
Sarah, Laura, Charlie. Oh, you mean the actress?
Lisa Bonet, yeah.
Lisa Bonet.
Were you surprised to see her in this?
I did see this movie, but it was probably 25 years ago. Mm-hmm. And yeah, she's so cool. She's so cool. She's like so beautiful and so cool. And I'm like, that's why she got Lenny Kravitz and Jason Momoa.
Yeah, she definitely has that.
She's just so. She's got that cool girl energy. Like she was playing herself, I think, basically.
Like, that's every like white dude in the suburbs has a dream of having a musician girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know, like the girl who plays at coffee houses and is like, you know, like this close to, you know, being a professional musician.
Yeah. And she's just completely unbothered by everything. Mm-hmm. Nothing really moves her. Yeah. So, yeah, she's a cool girl. But kinda, again, I liked her.
Going back last week, she's kind of like Phoebe on Friends. Like that's how. But did her character wasn't like really the manic pixie girl vibe though?
No.
No.
I wouldn't say there were any manic pixie girls in this movie.
No. Well, they were
portrayed as being pretty baseline. I guess.
Maybe little Lily Taylor's character, sort of like she's very. Just kind of like I was gonna say like airhead, but.
Maybe. But she doesn't really come in and try to like change his life, which I feel like manic pixie dream girls are always trying to change somebody, or they're just completely out of reach. But yeah, this didn't strike me as a romantic movie though. So,
well, towards the end, I would say. I mean, because the whole movie is about Rob and Laura's relationship, how like they're kind of on again, off again, and like they really only plot to the movie is like him trying to get her back or just to see what happens.
And going back and visiting all his relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean like you're rooting for him because like I always felt like, you know, like it kind of starts out that way where when he tells his mom that he broke up with Laura, she's like devastated. She's like, you know, she was the one.
Yeah.
Like you could tell that's what like everybody was rooting for them and they blew it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do get back together at the end, so you feel like that was meant to be.
Yeah. I can't remember what her problem was with him, because I know, like, what their problems were with him. That he's selfish and emotionally withdrawn. They want stability. He doesn't.
Yeah. Well, infidelity.
Yeah.
And, like, it's funny because, like, there's so much... Like, if you wrote down on paper... All that, like, because he said, like, you know, he gives, like, 5 reasons why, like, because Joan Cusack plays, I don't know if she's supposed to be his sister or just his friend.
It's gotta be
She
his
just
sister,
walks in and goes, hey, Rob, you fucking asshole. And he's like, here's 5 reasons why she would have said that. He's like, because I cheated on her, she had an abortion, you know, things like, and, like, that's, like, very soap opera-y, you know, infidelity and abortion.
Yeah.
Like, but it doesn't... it doesn't have like the weighted drama of like a Good Will Hunting or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Did you probably never saw this 500 Days of Summer. It was done in the 2000s, but it's got like Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zooey Deschanel, you know? But it's basically, he uses like music and cool stuff as a substitute for a personality, thinking that's enough. John Cusack's Rob is kind of like that in a little bit of a way. Like it's just like if he surrounds himself with like cool stuff and he has cool music tastes, that should be enough. Do you get that vibe from him?
Yeah, I remember at one point he says, "It's not what you're like, it's what you like." I remember thinking that as a 20-something-year-old too. I'm like, yeah, it's like your common interests, especially like movies, music, books, all, like pop culture, like your common likes. That's what like draws you to somebody,
right?
Especially going back to last week, Harold and Maude. Like, what if you found out like, oh my god, I love Harold and Maude. You love, like, that would immediately attract you to somebody.
Oh, it's true.
Like if you had like such a niche interest,
Yeah.
And then you find out they're into that too.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know, like if you said like, oh, my favorite movie's Clockwork Orange.
Yeah,
or,
I mean, like, yeah, you have that common ground, but you can't like use it. I don't know. Just the music thing was kind of a substitute for a personality.
Mm-hmm. Well, this reminds me. I mean, it's just I sympathize with that character so much because of the geek enthusiastic like niche thing, which is kind of funny because like at one point there's a scene where this really dorky guy wants to buy a record, and for whatever reason Jack Black won't sell it to him.
Yeah, they're so mean to him.
Yeah, like, and then first of all, that whole scene kind of set the tone for. I really think like because you never really watched Big Bang Theory as much as I have, but
right,
like it's that and like Kevin Smith and even like Quentin Tarantino, like Reservoir Dogs at the beginning where they're in the diner talking about Madonna songs.
Yeah.
Like, I think that entirely influenced, like, Friends, Big Bang Theory. I mean, lots of shows, all those shows from the 90s and 80s, or 2000s, you know, where it's just people who are super geeky about something, like, diving into the minutia of it. You know, they really do that on Big Bang Theory, but it's more about, like, comics and...
Minutia?
Yeah.
Is that how you say that word?
Yeah.
I've only ever seen it spelled. I've never actually heard it said before.
They say that a lot on Seinfeld. You know?
Oh, okay. I've missed that part. But yeah, I love that scene where the nerdy guy and like Jack Black says shit to him and he just like turns around and leaves. He doesn't even argue. He just goes away. That part was funny.
Yeah, I mean, like Swingers was kind of like that too. Because like they just like a lot of times they're just like bullshitting about pop culture and has like nothing to do with the plot, but it's just funny. It's like this is like that's like to me that's always like real indie film.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah. Yeah, like in Clerks, where we're talking about Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's I think Kevin Smith kind of influenced that, and then I think it's carried on until Big Bang Theory, and I mean I don't know what else is on now that would be remotely like that, but
yeah,
because I was saying in my notes, and something I thought about since I first saw this movie is like you could swap out like this movie has like a music theme. And you could swap all the characters out. Don't change anything except like where they worked. They could have been working at an indie movie, comic book nerds, like Magic the Gathering, those types of Dungeons and Dragons, role playing nerds.
Yeah.
A record store, anything like that kind of vintage vibe. Like even they could have set this at like a flea market, but it had. I think like the music thing kind of gave like this, especially setting it in like downtown Chicago or like the actual city of Chicago instead of a John Hughes suburb. You know, it's just like that city vibe to it.
Yeah, and I think they wanted the soundtrack, and they really wanted Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
They wanted Bob Dylan in the movie, and they didn't get him, so they put in Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I don't like Bob Dylan.
I've never been a huge Dylan fan.
No.
Dylan fans, like, people who love Dylan, like, people who love, like, really odd-sounding musicians, you know. In fact, you could even throw Rush in there, because, like, in the 70s...
Or Tom Waits.
Yeah, I was going to say Tom Waits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, somebody actually listens to that, you know?
Yeah.
I was never a big Neil Young fan either. He has, like, goofy voice and...
Yuck. Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't in that. But yeah, Bob Dylan. But, like, he was considered cool in the 90s. Like, I know right? Bob Dylan? Or am I thinking of Neil Young?
Probably Neil Young.
Neil Young. He, toured with Pearl Jam. Yeah, wrong guy.
Yeah, but that was all, like, the very hipstery, retro vibe. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. I mean, aside from like Canadians from like the 70s, I don't know anybody who like really loves Neil Young. It's like a few of his, like, I know the hits and they're good, but like I don't know. After a while, all this stuff starts to sound the same. It's funny because like I should be a Neil Young fan because I love like progressive rock, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's just because I don't like Neil Young as a person. He comes off as a total, you know, elitist jackass to me, you know, that stuff like Bruce Springsteen too. It's like, I love your hits from the 80s, but
I mix Neil Young and Bob Dylan up. I mix those two. I don't know why. My parents saw one of them in concert and said that he was so strung out that he was just up there going, it might have been
it was probably Dylan. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was terrible. People were booing him.
Did you ever see when he was on the Grammys in like the 80s? He was totally wasted.
No.
Yeah, because I remember Gary Shandling. I remember watching one of his stand-up specials because Gary Shandling hosted the Grammys that year, and like he did this whole bit on his stand-up special about what was the deal with Dylan. He's like, yeah, Dylan was totally wasted. He's just like, but everybody else just sobered up, and except for Dylan.
We gotta watch that.
Yeah.
I love Gary Shandling. Is this the first movie you ever saw Jack Black in?
Maybe.
This was like his breakthrough, right?
Yeah, he was in a lot of he played a lot of like minor roles. I think he was actually Never Ending Story, wasn't he?
No.
It was either that or
oh
yeah,
like he was like
the
child
bully
actor in something we saw or I saw. Did we watch it together?
Well, he was either in
but he was like a kid.
Never Ending Story or what's the one with David Bowie?
It wasn't Labyrinth.
Okay, yeah, it was one of those.
It was a kid's movie.
He played like a bull. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Never Ending Story. He was like a bully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he was in a movie called Airborne, which was about rollerblading in the early 90s, and that was the first time I saw him in this. But this was like, I remember watching this and going, hey, it's that guy from Airborne.
I know, it's funny, when I saw High Fidelity, like I just recognized Jack Black.
Yeah.
But it's like I didn't know where. I think that might have been right around the time Tenacious D started getting popular.
Yeah.
Did you ever see
kind of like when Russell Brand made his breakthrough, and you're like, this guy's great. And it was like, that was Jack Black.
Did you ever see Enemy of the State? It's like Gene Hackman and Will Smith. It's by one of the
if I did, I don't remember. So
but
it wasn't good.
Ridley Scott and Tony Scott. One of them directed it.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, he had a bit part in that movie. So like he was always in the background, and then and then like his I mean I guess you could say like his real breakthrough was in School of Rocks that came out like a year or two after this. So that's when he was actually a lead.
There was a movie he did with Gwyneth Paltrow where she was fat and then she got skinny.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember the name of it, but that was Shallow Hal. He did that, and then he did School of Rock. Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
I think so.
I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Shallow Hal.
Yeah, I always liked Jack Black. You never met him, but he kind of reminded me of my cousin, who died a long time ago. Just like total, like he reminded me of like so many people I knew, just growing up, like that type of person. It's funny, like Rob. Jack Black's character Barry and like Dick, the super quiet guy. Mm-hmm. Like these are all familiar personalities to me. Like my cousin, it's funny. Jack Black has the same personality as like two of my cousins. Just total spastic, sarcastic, snobbish. And then like Dick is like he's like this Sheldon or like Harold from Harold and Maude. Like he's like super quiet, like almost spectrum-y.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's very meek and quiet, and I've known more guys like this. I've never really known a Jack Black type of guy.
Yeah. He just like it's funny because like he seemed like actually a little too mellow to be working in a record store. Like like I get Jack Black as like super excited, punk rock. Like I love that part where he's taking customers around the store and he's just like, don't tell anybody you don't own this record. And he's like throwing it on his pile.
Yeah.
And he's being a dick to the customers. It's kind of like Randall on Clerks.
Yeah. I don't know. I always felt like people that worked in record stores were cool. So I guess that's like the impression you get. They're just too cool to even like talk to anybody else.
I don't know. Like those types of record stores, whenever I've been there, like not like something you see at the mall, but like an indie store in a big city, it's always been just like normal people. You just wanted like a part-time job. Like they're just there to stack the records and ring you up. Like I don't know.
Oh, I see what you're saying. They're not like huge music nerds. It's there's just a 9 to 5.
They definitely don't. They don't dress like super rock and rolly. Like that's like such a cliche in like TV shows. People who work at record stores, like they're just like they're failed musicians. They're just so excited about like whatever it is. But it's like a lot of people just work in a record store because they want a job.
Yeah, like Empire Records, same thing, right? They're all like. Even the girls are just like really awesome. So yeah, they would just be there in a jeans and a t-shirt.
The closest I ever came to that was when I was in high school. I worked for Media Play. Did you ever have one of those around here?
I loved Media Play.
Yeah, it was. I was a cashier there. It was a huge store in the mall. Yeah, that was like right as I was graduating high school, maybe like a year or two after.
It was like a Barnes and Noble meets a record
Best
store.
Buy, yeah, because it was like music, movies, and books.
Oh, I loved Media Play.
But like that's how
they wouldn't hire me.
I wasn't like I was just a cashier. Like I didn't work in one particular section. But in retrospect, I probably should have. That would have been cool. Like, I worked in music, and I can actually bullshit with the customers about music or, like, you know, movies or whatever department.
That's why I would want to work in a store like that, is to meet people and, like you said, find people with common interests and be like, hey, I like that music. And
Oh, yeah, so, like, this month was Romantic Movie Month, and
yeah,
I think I was going to say at the beginning of the show, I got sidetracked for 25 minutes. To me, this was always a guy-friendly chick flick, or like as close as a guy movie can get to a chick flick. There's definitely romance, and like it's funny enough, and like it's lighthearted enough. Like it doesn't have like that fake schmaltzy melodramatic vibe. But again, which is really ironic considering it's about, you know, people cheating on each other and like being terrible to each other.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like Good Will Hunting is like 10 times more dramatic than this movie ever is, but this movie's like 10 times funnier than Good Will Hunting.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Good Will Hunting is depressing. I never need to see that again.
I mean, it has a few funny parts. Like, I think like any drama, as dark as a movie is, you can find at least one or two funny points in there.
You can, but
Yeah.
sometimes the dark
Like the
overrides
bleakest
it.
movie ever made, Threads, has at least one or two parts you can chuckle at.
You're kidding. Have
Yeah.
you watched Threads?
Yeah, I watched it a few years ago.
I've never watched it because I think I would. I've heard it's really, really
Yeah.
sad. I've heard it's dark.
It's like the bleakest movie ever made.
Yeah, so for my own mental health, I haven't watched it, but
Yeah.
good for you for finding humor in it. But yeah, this kind of shows like Rob's flaws, I guess. I guess you could say it is like a chick flick because it's like examining what's wrong with you in a relationship, which women obsess over. So it's interesting to see it from his point of view.
This was my date movie of like third or fourth, like, or first date where I can get a girl to come to my house movie.
Really?
Yeah, this is like the movie you play to a girl and then you score.
It's funny because I feel like I probably did watch this with a guy. I'm sure I did, like my ex.
I know, it's like such a perfect his and her movie, you know, like it's funny for the guys. Like it doesn't get like super potty mouth, not super filthy like the way like a Kevin Smith movie would, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, and it's not, and it has like, you know, the whole romance. Are they going to get together? Or, you know, like you, I don't know about you, but I was rooting for them to get together. Or were you hoping they would just?
Laura?
Yeah.
I don't
Laura
know.
and Rob.
She left so unbothered by everything that I'm surprised she came back.
Yeah, she did seem. I think that was just the actress. She seemed very kind of cold and
She did.
stilted. Technically, she's a Danish, so English was her second language, so maybe,
But she didn't have an accent in this, so I think she was trying to play like she wasn't Danish, but she had like that, yeah, like a European kind of.
Yeah,
I don't want to say coldness, like, but you know what I mean.
I know.
Like,
I mean, you can just tell by looking at her. 'Cause
not
she
emotional, very unemotional.
She looks like German, or well, she's Danish, but I mean Denmark's right next to Germany.
Yeah, she looks Scandinavian.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was surprised that she came back. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised because that's the inevitable conclusion, I guess. But they could have let it be like that.
But you know, it's so hard to imagine this like a more typical chick flick actress. Like, what if Renee Zellweger or Jennifer Aniston or the girl from Speed, Sandra Bullock?
Oh, like.
Yeah,
cute,
like those are all
cute actresses.
Chick flick actresses. Katherine Heigl. Could you see any of them in that part?
No, I could see them being one of his exes. Because, you know, like the
like Catherine Zeta-Jones. Yeah, she's
the Lily Taylor character too. I mean, like one of them. So maybe this was just the right girl for him because she was kind of unaffected by him.
Yeah, Catherine Zeta-Jones at the time. Yeah, she was quite the bombshell.
She was so beautiful.
I think this came out like her big breakthrough was that Zorro movie with Antonio Banderas. I forget what it's called. You know, remember that? It came out like right around the same time as this?
For some reason, I feel like she's been around like forever, but I guess she hasn't been around forever. 99 is when she... Because this wasn't a huge role for her, and she became a much bigger star.
Yeah. Did you ever see her in Intolerable Cruelty with George
No,
Clooney?
I didn't like...
Entrapment. Entrapment was 1999.
Oh, yeah, I seen Chicago.
Mask of Zorro, 98. Okay, so she'd already been in some big...
And Traffic, that was a big movie.
She had been in some big... I thought like this was her breakthrough.
Okay, so Mask of Zorro was before this.
Yeah, by 2 years. And Entrapment was Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so she was basically doing... I wonder why she would do this. It's kind of like how Jennifer Aniston did Office Space.
At the height of her career.
Well, Friends was only like 1 or 2 years in at that point.
Yeah, but that was when it was kind of
It was definitely
peaking.
like a top 10 show at the time.
I think that was her first major role in a movie.
Yeah, she didn't really do a lot of movie... Like, yeah, she did a lot of like those kind of chick flicky movies.
She did a lot of romantic comedies.
Mm-hmm. Intolerable Cruelty, that was a good one too. That's a Coen Brothers movie, actually.
So I don't know if I would describe this as a romantic movie. And Harold and Maude wasn't a romantic movie. This is just relationship month, I guess.
It's a relationship movie. Yeah,
it's a relationship movie. Yeah,
you know what? That's kind of funny because if you think about it, it's like most relationship movies start with the lovers as strangers.
Yes.
And then they meet and then they have a relationship. But in this movie, like, they've already established that they're a relationship, so they're not trying to get each other.
Yep.
They keep coming and going to each other.
It starts with the breakup.
Yeah, I'm trying to... Wow, I never thought of that before. Like, can you think of any other movies, like, even if it was a drama or a comedy, where, you don't know if they're gonna... It's about them getting back together and not getting together. I can't really think of any.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, I mean...
Singles, maybe? Keep going back to Singles, but maybe it's
like it's a very indie movie plot.
Yeah.
Because a Hollywood movie, when that's like too weird of a road, you know.
Yeah, it's funny. This has like an indie movie storyline and vibe.
Yeah,
you can tell it's like a major studio that did it. If that makes any sense. Like this could have been an indie movie.
Yeah, it has that. Again, almost kind of like sort of John Hughes vibe, where it's like it's big time, but it's simple.
Yeah.
You know, like think about how simple Breakfast Club is, and like that was a major studio. You know, just takes place in one room basically
Yeah, the entire movie is just in the library.
Oh yeah, so to wrap up, this is definitely one of my all-time favorite movies. I will say, it's been a while since I watched it, and it didn't hold up quite as well as I remembered.
They never do.
But yeah, it's still fun to watch. I haven't even watched any of the bonus material or anything yet, but I probably did like 20 years ago when this came out on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it used to be on the main menu.
Did you like it at least?
I feel like it's okay. It's okay. It is. I don't know. It's kind of like a guy's movie in the same way like a swingers is. You know, it's kind of a guy's movie.
Yeah, I could see. Do you like it more than Go at least? Okay.
Sorry, I'm burping. Yes, I definitely liked it better than Go.
Yeah, it's not like.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like there's a couple real brief sex scene for like 2 seconds, but like there's no real nudity. It's also played like really ridiculously. Like.
Yeah, I mean the characters in this are good. I really like the characters. I love Barry, Jack Black.
Yeah.
And the moments, with like the other guy and then the guy coming in and getting rejected, like little comedic moments. I thought there was little clever moments in this, so it's definitely better than Go. Like no comparison. So it's okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention Sarah Gilbert was in this. She had a very small part. It's because we're watching Roseanne season 1 right now.
And she's a little girl like 13. In that. Yeah,
she wasn't very cute as a kid, but I think she was actually pretty hot in this movie. She married Linda Perry from Four Non-Blondes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't know that she married her, but I didn't even know Linda Perry was gay.
Really? Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
And they divorced a couple years ago.
Oh, but that sucks.
Sarah Gilbert, I think she was also married to a guy, too, and she has like 3 kids. So
yeah. Wasn't she actually dating Johnny Galecki at one point?
No, that's the blonde girl from Big Bang Theory.
Oh, she dated him for real too?
Yeah.
Oh.
I believe. Man, we're turning this into like TMZ
we're watching Roseanne.
Some gossipy
so
show
when we get
now.
to Roseanne, we'll get really gossipy because I like that kind of thing. But no, this was good. This was a good movie. Definitely better than Go.
Did you pick out what you want to do for your next? Or...
Are we going to keep doing this relationship stuff?
Yeah, we still got a few more weeks.
Have you ever seen Ghost?
With Patrick Swayze?
Yeah.
No, I never saw that, actually.
We should watch Ghost.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to cry my eyes out.
Okay.
It's a tearjerker.
All right, we're going super long, so you watch all the way in. You're awesome. We'll see you guys next week.
See you on the flip side.
Cheers.
Smell you later.
Bye.
Bye.